tonight I finally watched the last documentary that TCM showed on Thursday that I missed. This one was called The Life and Times of Rosie the Riveter. It's about an hour long. It's directed and produced by Connie Field, and it focuses on 5 particular women. It sort of tells the whole story of how women went into the workforce during World War II in a broad sense, but it also focuses on these 5 women who tell their stories, and they're really interesting women, and I think a great cross-section of the sorts of women who went to work in the factories and in the naval yards and in the ammunition plants, etc. during the war. It shows it also uses archival footage showing the propaganda that got women into these jobs, and then the propaganda that they showed to convince women to leave the jobs. And the very end made me real pissed, which I think it's meant to, because not just in this year, but in the last few years, I've learned a lot about the history of women in America, and specifically women who work in America in all socioeconomic classes. And it's the common theme in pretty much all history of women in the workforce is that women work and they get paid less, and women of color get paid even less, which they talk about in this. And then they have the second shift, which they're not paid for at all. And then they wonder why women are tired all the time. And they even talk about this in there, where there was a propaganda film saying that, part of the reason women were having trouble was because they're not used to these long shifts. And it's more like they have these long shifts and then they have to go home and make dinner and take care of babies. And one woman talks about how her brother-in-law was working in a similar naval yard, and when they both got home, she had to cook and clean and everything, and he just got to chill on the couch and listen to jazz. And it's like they were doing the same job. So there should have been the household duties should be split both ways, but it's that's not how the society has grown, and we've been fighting this battle for 70 years now, since women have been starting to go back into the workforce. And just the thought of how much people love 50s America and how fucking awful 50s America was for so many people. The post-war was just god-awful for a lot of reasons. And this movie, these women were they found jobs that they loved, and they couldn't go back to them. This one woman, she got certified in every type of welding while working. She worked 8 hours. She learned for 4 hours. She had all the training so she could get any welding job she wanted when the war was over. And then she went to go apply, and they were like, if you were a dude, we'd hire you. But, it's that's still happening today. It happens less, but it's just such bullshit. This was a really great documentary because it made you angry, but also gave you a lot of facts and made you want to learn more. So I recommend it. I don't know where it's available. It's in the National Film Registry, so you can go watch it at the Library of Congress, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's available anywhere, but it's really, really good, and it's informative, and you should definitely... Oh, there's a website. If you go to clarityfilms.org/Rosie, you can learn more about the film and maybe figure out how to watch it. There's a purchase button. Let's see. I don't know if you can buy this movie or not. Oh yeah, let's see. I'm clicking for you. Let's see. Looks like they have, so you can buy it as an individual for $30 or at the university level and high school level. That's cool. So you should buy it and then watch it and then get really angry. This was Connie Field's The Life and Times of Rosie the Riveter from 1980. Great film. This concludes, finally, I've caught up on their Trailblazing Women in Film. We're getting to the point where I've seen more of the films that are being shown every day than I haven't. So for the next couple of nights, I'll probably be watching 1 or 2 films from the series. But a lot of the ones I'm seeing are like the ones that I haven't seen are the obscure ones that are like super late at night, so I'll probably be watching them the next day. But I will record videos, I promise, and I hope you keep watching. Tomorrow they're going to show League of Their Own. That's a great movie. Talk about women taking men's jobs during the war, and then when the wars ended, getting kicked on their butts. It's the same story.